Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
You don't see a lot of 4-H kids during
No, 4-H kids are busy. Good afternoon, Mr. Fox.
Hey, Your Honor. Sorry I missed
Judge
court.
Patterson just saw you. Looks like you may have fell asleep, but we got to get these cases squared away here. This is file 24787 SM. It's a larceny, less than $200 charge.
See, I was under the assumption when I went to court on that larceny case, he said it. My attorney's like, he's like, let's gonna take this, we're gonna go in here and see if they want to take it to trial. He went in, come back out, and he said you were good to go. So I took it as they weren't gonna take it to trial, they were gonna dismiss it. And then when I found out I had court that day, I called up and I had court on both cases for the drive while suspended and
well, your girlfriend called, but no, this was never to be dismissed. You missed twice, and someone called and we said, hey, he needs to get in here, and I held on to this for a while. I'm going to show a continued plea of not guilty.
I was just like,
Luke Knopfinger is your attorney.
Hang on just a second, sir.
And we're going to set attorney pretrial. We'll set them both for September 20th.
All right.
Are you living in Constantine?
Yes. Well,
Canary Street?
I'm still living in Sturgis. My address, my mailing address is for Constantine.
Okay.
And
How'd you get picked up? How'd you get picked up last night?
We were sitting at someplace, and I guess the police knew that's where I was at, and they came in and said my warrant was just issued, so they were arresting me.
What town was that in?
In Sturgis. I just got off of work.
Say that again.
I said I just got off of work.
Where are you working?
I'm working at Parma-Tube. That's what I was talking to Patterson, Judge Patterson, if there's any way that I can be released back out there. I just started working 4 days ago. It's a miracle that I actually got this damn job because I don't even have an ID to give me an opportunity to get ahead. I mean,
all right, give me a minute.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You can verify your employment, right?
Can I verify my employment? Now at this moment I can't.
No, the judge can, right? That's what he's going to
do. He should be able to.
Okay.
Like I said, I just started 4 days ago, so and I missed today. So
we're still on the we're still on the record, but I'm just gonna make sure that it's legit or tell the judge.
All right, your excuse about not showing up is weak, but you haven't worked in a long time. You've had a hard time getting a job, and if you do have a job, these crimes aren't crimes of the century. One is a driving suspended, and the other is
and I still owe you 400 for the. Sorry to interrupt.
What's that?
And I still sorry to interrupt you. I still owe you 400 for the trespassing stuff too.
Yeah. Well.
That's why I'm saying.
Yeah. So if you're working, maybe you can get a position to pay it back. So
that's what I'm hoping for, Your Honor.
Let's see here. His attorney stated this case was dismissed. So the defendant called saying his attorney said the case was dismissed. We said, no, it wasn't.
I misunderstood.
Well, yeah, we told you no, it wasn't. So we set a last pretrial for 8/22 and you didn't show up. I waited 48 hours.
Yeah, I called and let them know that I was having truck problems, this and that. And they said if I could get there, get there. And by the time I realized that everything was going south for me, it's been a hell of a month. Sorry about my language, but.
Well, all right. Yeah, I had another guy just, well, I didn't show up. I probably should have. Of course, he's struggling with heroin addiction. But yeah, this was weak. I mean, I'm here all day, every day, and you could have just come in and taken care of this. But this guy alleges that you stole his wallet. And it's a huge pain in the neck, even if you don't have any money in it, to lose your wallet, all your identification, any credit cards, stuff like that. Hey, boy. Nobody's working on Friday afternoon. Well, we can't confirm whether you're working there or not.
Can you take my word for it?
What?
Can you take my word for it? I've never lied to you before.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I will set bond in both cases at $250 PR. If you don't show up, I'll set your bond at about $10 million.
Like I said, I've never lied to you.
If you are working at Parma Tubes, I'm gonna have Judge Pattison put bamboo strips under your fingernails. It hurts my feelings when people don't tell me the truth, but you've had a long time without a job, and if you have a job, my fear is you're yanking my chain, but we're only dealing with 2 minor misdemeanors, so you're gonna get out. But you have to be here on September 20th.
20th?
At 8:30. All right, Mr. Fox, if you are working at Parma Tube, you and I are gonna have some additional discussion.
Well, like I said, I still owe you at 400, so hopefully everything by then.
All right.
Wait a minute, I ain't got it.
All right, we'll find out.
I get PR bond again, you said?
Two $250 PR bonds.
Thank you, Your Honor. You won't regret it?
Hope not.
Hey, my hair's getting about as long as yours, though.
Yours looks better than my little reedy gray hair. One more to go. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, before we begin our criminal docket, we have to deal with before we start a landlord tenant docket, I have a misdemeanor matter I have to address. So I beg your patience. Attorney Jay Allen isn't here yet anyway, so let's address this matter. People versus John Elmer Fox Jr. File number is 24787SM. Mr. Fox is here with his, go ahead and have a seat, with his lawyer, Luke Knopfinger. File 24787SM is a larceny less than $200 charge. File 241288ST is a driving suspended charge. Mr. Fox was here, he got picked up on a bench warrant. Judge Pattison was gone, and I dealt with Mr. Fox at that time. It was a Friday afternoon, September 6th, late in the day. He'd been picked up on these matters, and I had to do the arraignment because Judge Pattison was unavailable. And Laura, could I have some register of actions? Anyway, so we dealt with the matter. I gave him 2 PR bonds, and he appeared here today. Mr. Fox represented that he was working at Parma Tube. So we called Parma Tube to confirm that he was actually employed there. And I said, well, the worst I can do, I guess, is be wrong. So no one was there late in the Friday, so we left a message. Parmatube called back on Tuesday and said, John Elmer Fox doesn't work here. He never worked here. And I feel bad about it.
I walked off the day you let me out.
What's that?
I walked off out of the day you let me out.
So well, they said you weren't working there.
I was. I don't know why they say that.
All right, but you're not working there now?
No, Your Honor. I was staffing called 2 days ago.
Stop. Stop. I believe what they said is you never worked there. So we're gonna call and reconfirm that. And, but my inclination is to revoke your PR bonds. I granted the PR bonds based on your false representations of employment. So I don't believe you're working there on September 6th or 5th or 4th or 3rd. So your contention is that you had worked there up till September
I only
6th?
worked there 2 days, not even 2 days. And then when I went to jail, I got out. I went to work. They said there was no reason for me. I was staffing for them.
Luke, I'm sorry to tie up your time and mine. I've got a bunch of other stuff to do. Luke, have you got other cases to deal with?
I do, yeah.
All right, put Mr. Fox in the lockup. We'll deal with him when we have a more convenient time. My
I
inclination.
have.
Stop.
Judge, what is the basis?
His basis is false representation to me that he was
False, right.
employed when he was not. So I granted a PR bond. I'm about to revoke the PR bond. I find he's in contempt for lying to me about his employment and my decision to set his bond.
All right, I'll be honest.
Yes.
I was not working, Your Honor. But I have good reasons why this lied to you.
All right, stop. All right. The
What's that
PR
reason?
bond is revoked in each case. One was 500. I'm gonna reinstate two $200 cash or surety bonds in each file. One was 500, one was 250. So the PR bond is revoked. The defendant was in contempt for providing false information to court and continuing to lie to me this morning. So you got two $200 cash or surety bonds.
Yeah.
I don't say anything else, or I'll make
May
a
I?
$10,000
May I,
cash or
please?
surety. But I don't want to. You're even lying to me this morning. Just
That's
stop.
why I
Just
corrected
go.
myself.
All right, and I appreciate that. That's why I reduced these to $200
May I ask
each.
you one thing?
Don't make it any worse. Just
I'm not
Carl, would you
trying to.
please take him back?
I'm not doing that.
That's just go. Just go.
Judge, I just have to say too, I was a little unprepared for this. I didn't know this was coming. Just a simple notice and hearing. I don't know the bond revocation court rule off the top of my head. I don't know if the court has the ability to hold them in contempt for something. I wasn't present for that. I feel a little flat-footed at this point. If I could have a chance to simply review the court rule, talk to my client.
Certainly. What
About
Mr.
it.
Reed did is he filed a motion for rehearing. He got this PR bond based on false representations to the court. Then he continued to lie to me this morning until he finally came clean on it. So he's going into custody. You can file a motion for rehearing or appeal or something, but right now the bonds are amended to $200 each, cash or surety. I apologize. I came in and announced what the deal was to the people in there. Apparently you weren't there yet. So Andy knew and Luke knew, but apparently they didn't say anything to you. You weren't here yet. But Mr. Fox, you go with a court officer. I'll do an order to that effect, Luke, so you can deal with it.
Your Honor, sure, I apologize. Never lied to you before. I don't know why I did.
Yes, thank you. Well, if somebody will bond you out, you can deal
Ain't
with
no
it.
one bottom me out, man. I have nobody out there. I ain't even talking to my dad anymore.